So I'm going to make some stuffed mushrooms, and I did take the time to take the little stems out. And I've got my pot here heating on high with just about a tablespoon of water on it. In it, I mean. I'm thinking about this onion and whether I need a half or a whole. I really only need half, but you know what? I think I'll use the other half in something else pretty quick, so I am going to peel the whole thing. So, got a little bit of water on my pot there, so it's steaming. Okay, so I'm just dicing the onion about 3/4 of the way through, and then you just turn it around and again do 3/4 of the way through. I just find that makes it super fast to chop and dice your onion, so you can see it's just totally falling apart here. I'll get the angle right, and then I'll put the rest there. So I'll get this in here, and you can use whatever kind of oil that you want. I've just got a wee bit of water in there, but I am going to add some coconut oil, and you know, if you want to use olive oil you could, as well as other healthy oils. You know what, that olive oil went right on my burner, so I better wipe that off. I don't know how flammable it is, but don't want to find out right now. Okay, and I'm going to also add some leeks to this, and because these are just little tiny mushroom caps, I didn't end up buying the really big ones. I am going to dice the leeks, and of course everything is pre-washed. So again, just doing like a 4-way cut on that leek, and I want little tiny pieces, so I want everything diced pretty fine here. Okay. Probably, I don't know, for that many mushrooms, it's probably about enough. Half a leek is probably enough. Okay, I've got a couple pieces there that are maybe a little bit too big, so just chop those. And the onions are on high heat sauteing, so I'm just going to put those leeks in now too, so that you get the most flavor out with the saute. I have a bell pepper, and again, I'm just going to use half. And I've got a little bit of zucchini, and you know what, I've got way too much mix here for those mushrooms, so I'll just add it in anyway, because I can put that with something else. The filling, I can put the filling with something else. So just slice your zucchini. Kind of do it like that, and then like that. It sticks to the knife. And then again, we really do kind of want a fine chop. Zucchini breaks down so fast anyways that it's, you know, going to be mostly mushy. Probably, although better for you if it wasn't. But we want it to fit into those mushroom caps, so make sure they're just a little well chopped. Okay, I'm just going to stir my leeks and onions, and they are turning a bit opaque. The secret is to keep it on high heat. I have a onion here too. I should get those off there. And I mean an onion. I really haven't had a glass of wine yet, but that's a tomato. And I don't know why, but I don't have any red pepper. Usually I do, and I really want color in here, so I'm just going to use a tomato, and I think that'll probably work. You know, see, my standbys are tomatoes and cranberries for color. But you just think about color in the vegetables. I mean, my gosh, the vegetables are just so healthy for you, and all you need to do is think, you know, what color can I add? So I'm just going to throw that tomato in there and see what happens. It might not make much color at all. Okay, and then back to the pepper. So again, just dicing waiting for that high heat to really get everything opaque. And you know what? I'm going to add these peppers earlier than later because I'm thinking they don't take a lot of time to cook, but I prefer those peppers more cooked than I do the zucchini. So just put them in there. Leave the zucchini for a minute so they're a little bit more raw. Okay, so we have that. So we are sauteing on high. Beautiful. Oops, a little piece of zucchini fell in there. Not ready for you yet. Okay, and then I am going to add a little bit of ground pepper. Things I always use. Cayenne. Anybody that watches my recipes is like, oh, it uses the same thing all the time. But believe it or not, it tastes different because of the other ingredients. Okay, so I've got my handy little garlic crusher here. I can get it closed properly. I'll put some garlic in. Lots of people use the stems in the, oh, isn't that lovely? I think I'm just going to have somebody else answer that. So the garlic can just go like this, and that thing works really well. I think I need another little piece there. Okay. And I find with the garlic, when it's like this, you just, well, you really shouldn't. You really shouldn't do it next to the knife. But if you hit it with the heel of your hand, the peel comes right off. Honestly, you really shouldn't do it near a knife though. And I put it in a little crusher, which this thing just works lovely. And okay. So, got some onion in there. You can see that's getting nice and soft and opaque. Have this now. Give that a little stir. And let it keep on simmering. I actually just ran to take the phone off the hook so it doesn't happen again. Okay, so we've got our garlic. The thing I have not done yet is the Celtic sea salt. You know, the reason I tend to use either Himalayan or garlic or Himalayan or Celtic sea salt, pepper and cayenne in almost everything I make is because truly you don't want to overpower the vegetables. To me, I think that it overpowers them with a unique flavor. Unless you're making a specific ethnic dish that you might want to add cumin or something to, then you might add other spices. But I really stick to those ones. I have a little piece of portobello here. I was saying earlier, I think before the phone rang, that a lot of people use the stems of the mushrooms. And you can, you know, I kind of would use the soft part of the stems. You know, the newer part. But I don't always. I usually just compost them. Unless I really need more filler. Figure out which end is the right end to chop. So again, you're just going to chop that up fine because we're going to try and fit as much as we can of this into the little mushroom caps there. Now the problem with portobellos that I have found is they tend to turn things dark or black. See how beautiful that looks. I mean, it just looks lovely. And so I'll be, I'm hesitating to put them in because it's just going to ruin my picture. I don't know, should I add those portobellos there or not? I could add them in at the end. How's that? Because what I want to do now is taste, just to see. That's the thing with vegetables that are just cooked on their own. They're just beautiful. What does it need? What does it need? I was tempted to say a little bit of nutritional yeast for a cheesy texture over top. And this is so good. I don't really, sometimes the nutritional yeast can overpower it a bit. So I don't really want to overpower it. You know what would probably be really good? Is ground up cashews. Or some cashews. Raw cashews, always. And I'm just going to throw them in the Vitamix real quick here. A little bit of water. Just a tiny bit. And see what happens. That might give me the thickening creamy that I need without the overpowering. I don't know if that's enough cashews. Let me add some more. Okay, let's see. So that's probably all in all half a cup. I have honestly the oldest Vitamix on the planet. Way before they had nice ones that you could, that had a dial that you could turn on low. This thing is really old. There's like full on or nothing. Okay, so that turned out, you know, it's a little chunky, but that's okay. Let's just see. So that ends up being pretty much half a cup of cashews. Get it all out of there as much as I can. Okay. So we're adding the cashews now. See what happens. See how that changes the flavor. Definitely adds the, you can see that it adds the thickening texture that I wanted. So that the, so it has kind of like a cheesiness into the mushrooms. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, so we'll try this again. Who would have thought that cashews are really quite cheesy? Look at that. Oh, that looks awesome. And you know what? I'm not going to put those mushrooms in because I'm really scared it's going to turn them black. If anyone, like I've put them in portobellos into things before and it's turned black. So if anyone knows how to make that not happen, let me know. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so pretty much all I'm going to do is put the stuffing in the mushrooms, or kind of over the mushrooms. It is fiddly. This is not my 15-minute meal. This is a special meal. Okay, so you're going to just put your stuffing on there into each of these mushrooms. Put them in the oven for 10 minutes, maybe 15, and you're done. So, like I say, it's a special occasion meal. It's not a 15-minute meal. But on the other hand, you could eat this straight up, and it would be, well, it is amazing. Okay, so that's it.